Hey guys, Salioka for life again. So, are you guys ready for Faded Review on episode 3? So, let's get to it. I mean, there's only 8 episodes, so I figured on my day off I could try to get all these done. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can get done one shot, or at least by tomorrow. So yeah, okay, so this one is this sorry. This one is going to be more just I feel like this is gonna be a shorter video, I hope. I keep saying that, but it's like, okay, the further we get into this, the more plot oriented obviously it gets. So spoiler warning, I think I forgot to give you that in the last video for episode 2. I think I forgot to give the spoiler warning, but I'm assuming since you see these are reviews, obviously the spoilers. So yeah, kicking off right in the start with Bloom's vision. Okay, so I'm dubbing it Bloom's vision. She, the white eye thing that we were left off of the cliffhanger for the end of episode 2, so if you didn't watch that episode, go watch it and then come back. And if you haven't watched episode 3, go watch that and then come back. So, Bloom's eyes go white and stuff. She has a memory of this older lady, like, telling her in the operating room when she was born. So it must have been a memory or something, like, put in her head, because obviously she wouldn't remember that. Saying to come find her. So now she's looking for this lady and looking through old photographs and yearbooks and stuff, trying to find her. And it's interesting they didn't put the budget into, like, making these, like, that's a big difference between animated and non-animated animated shows, like non-cartoon and stuff, that they probably didn't have the budget to do all this cool special effects for all of these, like, moving pictures, like Harry Potter kind of thing. Which they did name drop that in the very first episode of Aisha and Bloom. That was really funny. Like, Bloom, like me, is a Slytherin. But I'm a Gryffindor / Slytherin. And Bloom is a Ravenclaw / Slytherin. I think Aisha was just Gryffindor, possibly. Which fits, honestly, that tracks. I'm not Ravenclaw. I'm not smart enough to be a Ravenclaw. Anyways, I'm not, like, huge Harry Potter. I only know him from the movies, and I'm not a book reader as much. So, and my friends who have read the books and all that. Anyways, not Harry Potter here. Anyways, I mean, not like I'm not geek so much. Like, it's just not one of my fandoms, really. So Bloom has this vision of this older lady telling her to come find her. Much later on, I'm going to be skipping around this episode, she goes and confronts Farragonda about it while she is drunk, because there's a party going on, a specialist party happening. Apparently it's annual, and she confronts Farragonda about it, and she's like, oh, well, the woman's dead, so you can't, because Bloom finds a picture during the party, figures out who that was, and asks Farragonda, and she's like, no, she's dead. Which, in the end of the episode, huge spoiler alert, we find out is a lie. Ooh. That lady apparently used to be the headmistress of Althea before Farragonda, so, which apparently they're giving Farragonda a different name during this, like Mondel or something. I'm just gonna keep calling her Farragonda. because they have called her Farah. Silver calls her Farah, for Farragonda. So, like, that is a part of her name. So I can call her Farragonda. Ha ha ha. Anyways, so, yeah, apparently they're keeping that secret. Shady Farragonda. Putting some shade in there and, being all mysterious and lying to Bloom, you know, always so much trust. Always. But I see why she's lying to Bloom, considering that they are, yeah. It really does make sense, in this regard. But I actually kind of do like this mystery, because this isn't the way they took it in the original series at all. Obviously Daphne, it seems like Daphne's not part of anything, so I'm like, ooh, well, this is interesting. So I'm very excited about that. Not very, I say I'm very excited. I am interested. I'm intrigued by it. So, yeah. So, wrap up on that subject. Try to move on to the next one. My notes here, I'm taking notes because it's the only way I can get through these. Otherwise, you know how I get. Skye and Silver. Okay, backtrack to Silver. He is like the specialist headmaster, and he is like a second father to Skye, apparently. He's very close to Skye. It is revealed that Skye actually is, his father died, and his father was, I'm assuming, close with Silver. So Silver is the only other father figure that Skye has. So when he is scratched and like infected by the burned one in the last episode, he is turning essentially, or at least dying, at the very least dying, and they're trying to keep the infection at bay, but it's getting worse. So Skye's not ready to give up on him. It's really hard for Skye to watch this. It is extremely hard for him. So another parallel I made, you guys are gonna hate me for this. If you're not a Miraculous Ladybug fan, I'm so sorry. But another parallel I have made with Skye is, with Adrian. He even looks like Adrian. I'm just like, holy freaking crap. So it's almost like an Adrian Gabriel thing going on. If Gabriel was a good man, or at least still a good man, and not like Gabriel, not who he is. I don't want to spoil too much Miraculous, people who haven't watched it. Yeah, it is like, because like this is how Adrian would react to Gabriel like dying and just letting it happen, and he's like, no. So this really is a similar thing. I'm starting too many parallels with another show that's not even related to this. But I'm starting to think they have inspiration from Miraculous Ladybug. I really am, because even like the Adrian Chloe thing, which is Skye and Stella, they look exactly like them. They both are rich, come from very wealthy families, and know each other the best of anyone. And like, it's as if an Adrian and Chloe were like actually like closer than friends and were lovers at one point and stuff, like basically thing. Like it really is. It's almost like an alternate Miraculous Ladybug universe here. I'm awful, but I am drawing so many conclusions. Season 4 is suspected to come out this month for Miraculous Ladybug, so I'm head over heels right now on that. And that information was just released today, by the way, about season 4 being released this month. We didn't think we were going to get to after the movie, because they are finishing the movie. Anyways, again, it's not Miraculous Ladybug. Anyways, those are all my parallels there for that. We're dropping off of that. So, yeah. Also Silver is, Skye and Bloom in together kill the burned one in the end and get really big trouble for it by Farragonda. Get lectures. Skye doesn't get the lecture except for having a wonderful father-son moment with Silver. It is great. Where he tries to lecture him and he's just like, "You're welcome." And they just have a great moment. Anyways, the so Silver is alive and everything. He apparently, there was a conversation earlier, the teachers with Tara's dad, Silver and Farragonda, where they're just having these little shots and things and talking about, it's hard, it's like we're glorified babysitters and it's like, don't laugh at me. So they're just having a really fun friend moment kind of thing going on there together. And it's just like, it's funny how they think that we don't know about this party that's going on, where they're all drinking and stuff. It's funny how they don't think we know about it. And then Farragon is just like, yeah, it's funny that they don't think Silver started that tradition. Oh, considering how on the head that man is, and strict he is, again, a lot like Adrian's father, that definitely, very funny that the Farragon mentions, oh yeah, like, I can't believe they realize they don't think Silver's the one that started that tradition. It's like, oh dang, the strict guy has a fun side as a kid. Isn't that always the case? They were more fun when they were younger, and they learned, and then they got more strict when they got older. Isn't that just how it always happens? So yeah, that was a really fun scene. I enjoyed that scene a lot. Again, I actually am enjoying this show a lot. It seems like I'm only 3 episodes in, man, and it feels like so much has happened already. Holy crap. I'm like, I feel like we're only 3 days into the school year and we're already all of this. Holy crap. Aisha's having a lot of troubles in this episode. Apparently, I don't know, I think Bloom is stressing her out. And Aisha's having some struggles with her powers in this episode, it seems. She seems a little off. And Bloom is breaking. She is having a lot of struggles with this new information and stuff about this lady, and like how she doesn't like, and then like she even goes to the Stonehenge thing and like releases so much magic and frustration and is just crying, and like she has a break. She's hitting you when every time you think she's hit a breaking point. I feel like she just keeps going over that breaking point every time, because then later on in the episode, like in the end with Aisha and them talking, that she's like, well, you need to be realistic, Bloom. And she's like, well, if I am, I'm not, like, then that means my mother looked at me and just said she didn't want me, decided she didn't want me and stuff. And like, she's like, I just can't let myself believe it. There has to be something more to the story. Like, cause that just crushes her. She's like, I just can't let myself believe that. I have to believe there's more to it than some, special, more to it than that. So Bloom is definitely struggling so much. And is it bad that I enjoy that? Not because I want to see her suffer, but because it just brings so much more to her character. Like, it is such a character thing. Like, it's just more development for her to be going through these emotions of her parents not being her parents and figuring all of this out. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, this is so much deeper than the original show went into these feelings for Bloom. And it gives her so much more depth and layers, and I enjoy it. I do enjoy it a lot. Aisha's even getting some more layers because she's she's struggling with something. If it's not just Bloom kind of stressing her out, then I don't know, but it is like we're getting some more layers into things. Stella and Skye are getting more layers to them. A lot more development with Skye. And some Skye Bloom development going on too. With that party and stuff, Bloom was loosening up with some beers, and they were playing beer pong and all that fun stuff. but yeah, I like it, a lot of developments are happening. The Rosalind is the name of the lady apparently that left Bloom in the first world, which is regular Earth, I guess. So that's outside of Althea, the non-magic areas world. I don't know why they've. I don't pretend to understand how their terminology is working there. But as long as we understand what world they're talking about, but I'm still trying to figure out where that is on Earth, and like where these places are and stuff. But I mean, Marinette. My head's in Ladybug, right? I'm so sorry. Bloom. Wow, wrong main character. Bloom is telling her parents, her Earth parents, well, in the original series, it was her Earth parents in Gardenia, that she's going to a boarding school in Switzerland. But yeah, she's not, she's in Althea. And yeah, that's different. Like, they don't know about the magic stuff. In the original show, they did know. Stella showed them and stuff, so they understood about Althea and stuff, and they just couldn't cross the barrier. But like to go with her, but they understood and things. But in this one, they don't know about her magic, and they don't know about all that, and she's lying. They know it's called Althea and stuff, but like they think it's in Switzerland, in the Alps and stuff, and not. Yeah, so she's lying to them about that, which like I get and stuff. Like it's like, that does make sense. And also it looks like they really do love her, so that the first episode set them up as kind of bad parents, but it really is just showing the turmoil. And now like they really do care. They apparently call her every day at 9 a.m. Switzerland time, which is like 2 a.m. their time apparently in Althea. So but like she's just going with the lie and stuff. So yeah, they do love her a lot. And the mom even has like a watch with Switzerland time on it next to the picture of Bloom at home. Like they really do care and they really do love her, which is nice to see. I know in the first episode they didn't set that up very well. Well, they did set it up, and Bloom does love her parents. It's just they had to show a lot of the turmoil to get the story moving, started and kicking, and so like it makes sense. So yeah, I think I've hit a lot of these. Beatrix, this shady girl, she is she just killed her accomplice. The other guy who's working for whoever the organization they're working for, trying to uncover Farragonda's secrets and stuff. And she killed him. She ended up totally killing him, not even caring. And she when Bloom asked her about Rosalind in the picture, because Beatrix likes history, that now she's like, well, that's a problem. Why is Bloom asking about her? So, but she says she didn't know, which clearly later on we find out she does know. So yeah, that's interesting. Beatrix is getting more and more obviously not a good person. I mean, she just killed her accomplice. She triggers a trap using him, and then is like, oh, I don't have time to clean this up, so I'm just kills him. So it's like, okay, just makes him vanish when he's already dying, it looks like. So it's like, you just really don't freaking care. Wow. So yeah, she's getting worse and worse. Great. More development there. Musa and Sam. Last note, really, that only thing I haven't hit yet in these notes, so this will be a shorter video. Yay! Is Musa and Sam. Sam's acting like he doesn't know her, not around Tara, and because they're both trying to keep it a secret from Tara. And everything, but now they're making out. So it's like so they're just tiptoeing around Tara a lot. So that's fun. Oh, and poor Tara has that Dane guy is falling into step with Riven and Beatrix more now. He's being socially influenced by them, and he really likes Tara and everything, but like he's trying to be cool with them, and it's very sad because it really hurts Tara, because she's not into drinking and smoking and stuff, and yeah, and he's starting to get into it because of Riven and stuff and falling into that crowd. So he needs to fall into Skye in the regard of his kind of, I mean, Riven is Skye's roommate and close friend, but like, Skye's not a smoker and stuff. He might drink a little, but not a smoker really, and all of that. So Skye's a better influence for him. I do feel bad about that. I'm like, but Tara, you need to help Dane get away from that. Riven's is a bad influence. He can be smart when he wants to be, but he's a bad influence. Riven actually did have a moment. He was genuinely concerned for Skye, and basically almost said, like, I'm here to talk if you need to, because Skye's very worried about Silver and everything. So, like, there was a true, genuine bro moment there. That was nice to see, a true friendship. Riven being a little softer. So that was nice, for just a moment at least. Him not being self-centered for once. But yeah, so that's about it. I'm always jumping around stuff, but yeah, that's it for my notes. Shorter video, yay! Hopefully we can keep around 20 from now on, or lower if we can, or shorter if we can. But there you go, guys. That is my review on episode 3 of Fated for the Winx Club live action series. So all in all, I again enjoyed this episode. I am very much looking forward to the next episode, so I'm about to start right in on that. And I'm actually very much enjoying this so far. Again, I'm an original fan, but I'm keeping my mind open to this being as a new series, not meant to be the exact same series, just take a lot of the same concepts and characters and stuff and make into something new. So I'm actually really enjoying this. I know everyone's trying to get shade and crap. I'm like, but it's realistic, and it does appeal to the older crowd, and I do see a lot of the good in it. So I'm actually 3 episodes in, and I'm pretty satisfied so far, and there's only like 8 episodes, so yeah, I think this is going well. So I'm gonna watch the 4th episode and get back with you guys. So this is Sailor Yoko for life, signing off. See you next video.